cei care simt la fel să înceapă nebunia, din toată inima pentru România. Îmi cere inima să o mai spun o dată, asta e țara mea. Cei care simt la fel să înceapă nebunia,
din toată inima. Good morning, World Ventures! Wow! I love you guys so much. Well, well, I guess if you're here for the first time, it's not so hard to realize what country I'm from, right? So, wow. I love you too. I have exactly the same feeling I had about 15 years old. You know, it's said that it's the moment of decisions where our destiny is shapen, and I remember I was about 15, 16 years old and I was watching TV. I was watching TV back then. And I was watching the news, and on the news it was a huge campaign against Romania, you know, in the whole Western Europe, that we're a country of criminals, of thieves, of prostitutes and stuff like that. And I remember I was a young kid, but I was crying with all my heart, and I was saying, that's not my country. We are a country of amazing, loving people. And I was asking God, I said, God, I didn't have any talents in sports, but give me something, and I will become an amazing ambassador and bring value with our country all around the world. And today, you are all part of my dream, so thank you so much for this. You know, I was backstage earlier with, you know, Mark and the other leaders, and this is my first international event, and they were asking me, some of them, are you nervous? And no, I'm not nervous at all. I'm just grateful, guys. You know, gratefulness is like a muscle. The more you train it, the more it becomes part of your body, part of your spirit. And you know what's crazy? Exactly 3 years ago, after a few weeks being enrolled in World Ventures, I was on my first event. It was Bootcamp, and I was sitting there backstage. I was sitting there in the back. And you know, I was 26 years old. I was a young kid that came from an ex-communist country where the minimum income was about 300-400 euro per month. I was born in a city that is more like a village with 9,000-10,000 people, and I didn't have anything that would promise or give any vision that I would become a successful leader. But I remember at that event, it was Double IMD Savas Christofi here in the room, and James Lee and Troy Brown, and I don't remember which one of them, but one of them said, there is one person here in this room that maybe has no chance at all, or you think he has no chance at all to become really successful, to become the next leader of this continent, but that person, man or woman, will defy the odds and will become the next leader of this continent. And I remember I was crying. I just felt such a huge energy that just came inside us, and I said, I am that guy. I am that person. And you know, I'm so grateful, guys. It's, you know, 3 years and 2 months in the company. I have so much, I'm so grateful for the person that introduced me, which is my angel, my business partner. I love them both so much, her and her daughter, which is an ambassador, Jetta. She's here in the room. You met her in the ladies' meeting. I'm grateful for the trips I've made, over 100 trips in 3 years all around the world, the most beautiful places you can imagine. I love, you know, the car, the lifestyle and everything, but I love the people. I made so many friends all around the world, and I'm so grateful for this. Thank you all for being part of my family. And you know, I'm grateful for having such an amazing team. I don't call them a team. It's really my family. I just get so emotional when I think about them. And some of them are not even in my binary, but they are still part of my family. Thank you, guys. And you know, in 3 years, I've been able to train all around Europe. First of all, I did some amazing trips in countries like Latvia, So happy for you guys. In countries like Portugal, in countries like Czech Republic, in countries like Italy, and then going also to really train in countries like Ireland, UK, and Cyprus, and Elada, este Mazimo. And what about Germany? Also did a few trainings in Romania. And I'm coming here at my first international event. I'm filled with so much positive energy and love from all of you guys. I'm so blessed to have friends in the room. I'm so blessed to have our top leaders, people that came all the way from US, people that have basically built all the foundation of this amazing company. We have here Mr. Martin Roth, that is here with us, Jefferson Sanos and Megan Sanos, and Matt Morris, my brother. I have so many dear people. I have for the first time at her first event in World Ventures, my sister that is here in the room. She waited until I got IMD to realize that World Ventures is working. Joking. And, at my first event, I'm able to share the stage with such amazing individual guys. I met Jackie Verken in the last United, and just being around him, a person with so much experience in network marketing, and a person that sold his company to build a network in World Ventures. I was sitting with him backstage, and he has so many amazing ideas that he introduced to Wayne and the other leaders. It's such a blessing to have him part of our event this weekend. And Ed Blunt, oh my God. I started going to seminars when I was 19, 20 years old, and I've seen so many speakers in network marketing and outside network marketing. I can put Ed Blunt in the first top 5 speakers I have seen in World Ventures and outside World Ventures. We are so blessed to have him here. And Mark Casera, some of you just saw Mark for the first time today, but you see him as an amazing trainer. I've been, since I was 24 years old, when I got involved in network marketing industry, I saw so many leaders and amazing trainers. But honestly, guys, in the whole network marketing industry as a trainer, in my perception, is Mark and the rest of the planet. He's like the Messi of network marketing. And, it's not just the fact that he's a trainer and the international director of training. He's doing so much more than you can imagine. So many times, Mark got involved in the relationship between us as leaders and the corporate, and he just loves World Ventures. He's here for a mission, and for sure for me, he's the person who I've learned the most. And not just spending time with him. I'm the kind of guy that is always observing what he's doing or the other leaders are doing on stage and backstage and in their life and everything else. So, I've been in World Ventures for 3 years and 2 months and something. And my partner, as you found out last night, the ladies was enrolled about 2-3 months before I did. And since I joined the team and we started working together, we hit IMD in 1.5 years. And I just went out there and gave all out. I gave everything I had. All my energy I gave to World Ventures. We enrolled almost 25,000 customers and reps in the last 3 years. We've built an amazing culture, an amazing team. And I know that I'm here on stage shining, but I'm here as a result of the amazing leadership we have in our team. And I thank you all, guys, for being part of it. We already have IMDs in the team, R&Ds, a lot of marketing directors, hundreds of senior reps and directors. And, everything happens so fast. We've changed ranks every 2-3 months that I knew I was doing something good, but I didn't have time to analyze what I was doing good. And at some point, I started to want to develop a plan, okay? Because there were so many people that were asking me, okay, Razvan, how are you building so fast? What's really happening? And we've developed a plan that I've used that help people get from senior rep to IMD. And this is the plan I want to share with you guys today. So, do we have someone in the room that really wants to hit IMD? I kind of trust you. How my brother Stavros says, we'll see. No, do we really have someone in the room that really wants to become IMD? Okay. So, First things first, you will need to use your notes or your notes in your phone or whatever, because I don't have any slides. Instead of me teaching you in theory something, I want to work with you like one-on-one, like personally coaching you. So it's steps that I've developed in order for you to get you very fast to the level you want. So step number one, put a goal and a time frame. Robin Sharma says that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. What does that mean, guys? There are so many people that are coming in world ventures and they want to achieve success. They want to become IMDs, but they have no idea what it takes to become IMDs. I'll take you my sister, which I love with all my heart. She went at the regional event we had about 2 months in Romania. I wasn't there, I was in South Africa. And she came in front of 800 people and she says that until next year she will become double IMD. So I said, okay. And then I tried to tell her, okay, this is not so easy as you think, okay? And you need to have a specific plan. So the first step is to plan your next rank. Put a goal and a time frame. And for example, let's say you are new here. What if your next target will be to be senior rep until the VIU, the next big international event we have? Or you are director, put the time frame for director or for marketing director, whatever rank you have, put the time frame for the next rank, guys. This way, you can keep yourself accountable. And I know there are so many people that think, okay, but it will happen when it will happen. No, it won't. It might happen, let's say, by mistake to hit senior rep or even director. But if you really want to achieve high ranks, you really need to plan everything. And you know, I'm not green. You know, green analytical people. I'm not the kind of guy to be very well organized, but I understood the power of being organized. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just go at the break, buy the CD Living in Full Color, and you understand 100% the personalities. Do you have any greens in the room? Let me show you the opposite. Do we have any blues in the room? Right. So, for example, how did my step number one work? I met, as I told you, my brother, international marketing director and almost $1 million ring earner, Mr. Stavros Zinonos, here in the room. And back then, he was the fastest IMD of Europe, you know. And my vision was to create something huge. I wanted to inspire millions and millions and millions of people around the world. So I needed a huge story for this. So I asked him, okay, you are the fastest IMD of Europe. So in how much time you did that? And he said 21 months. And how much were you working? And he said I was working like 7 to 10 presentations every day. And I said the word with F. Because I wanted to be faster. And I knew I had to put a lot of work, guys. So for example, what would I do right now if I were you? Let's say you want to hit the next rack until VIU or whatever. Just plan it and divide it per weeks. This is the most important thing. So if let's say until now, until VIU, you have 4 months or 3 months, I have no idea. Just divide that plan per weeks. If you want to hit senior rep by November or October, just divide it per weeks. It doesn't have to be that date. You choose the date. Now you will ask me what date you choose. It's simple. What is the worst case scenario when you will hit that rank? Worst case scenario. If you want to be senior, director, marketing director, whatever, IMD, what is the worst case scenario when you'll hit that rank? You can also get the best case scenario, but people have a tendency to be lazy. Do you know what I'm talking about? I am the laziest, one of the laziest person that you'll ever meet. But you know what I did? I did 1.5 years. I gave everything there. I gave all my heart. I worked with all my energy so that I can be lazy for the rest of my life. And you know, when you get in that position to be lazy for the rest of your life, you know what's happening? You fell so in love with the process that you cannot stop doing it almost every day. Just like, thank you. Just like, you know, Beyonce is still singing, guys, or Messi is still going out there every weekend and playing football, or Ronaldo, or whatever you have in your mind as a person who loves what he's doing. Those people have so much passion for what they're doing. They're not doing it for money anymore. Does that make sense? Cool. This was step number one. Step number two. Why you want to achieve it? Why you want to hit that rank? Why you want to have success? Why you want to become an IMD? What is that inside force that you have inside of you that can make you overcome any obstacles that may appear in your life from now on? And this is the magic question of the weekend, guys. And tomorrow in my last part, I will try to create some emotional anchors that can really connect you to your why. Some of the people are doing it for a better car, which is awesome, or a better house, or a better watch, or a better lifestyle. Whatever why is pushing you in the moment, in this moment, it's a good why. It doesn't matter what it is. Some of you are doing it for the competition. You just want to be the best out there, and it's awesome. Whatever force is driving you in this moment, use it. You see, my force that was driving me, because I was motivated by, having a good lifestyle, traveling, but for me, from a scale from 1 to 10, it was a 6 or 7. I mean, I wasn't really willing to go all out there for a better car or just for trips. But when I was thinking that at some point, I will be on a stage and inspiring thousands of people on changing their lives, oh my God, that got me so motivated. And that was my driving force for 1 year and a half. And, I have an amazing story that just occurred about 2 days ago. And, hundreds and thousands of years ago, people were fighting for freedom, right? We were in a bootcamp event, right? It's a military camp. And imagine that so many people out there still in our world are fighting for freedom, soldiers fighting for freedom. But in our world, it's more like an economical war. So what if you will start this business to fight for your own freedom? And I have so many friends that are millionaires and they're not free. I have so many friends that have good jobs and they are not free. And if they want to come somewhere, if they want to go somewhere, they don't have the power to choose where they are. I love my mother. I have such an amazing mom. She's my hero. I will tell you a few stories tomorrow about her. And she wanted with all her heart to see her son for the first event, international event in Europe. And my mother is living about 2 hours away from Bucharest in our hometown. And Thursday evening, she came with me in Bucharest. And Friday, she was supposed to go with some of my friends to leave for Budapest. And Sunday evening, while we were in the car, she got a phone call from her boss. And she told her, "You are not going anywhere because I have something to do with you." She's working in the government. And Romania is an ex-communist country, and I want to share a few things about this, because the way people are manipulated is through fear. Fear is the biggest enemy you have. But guys, you can also overcome fear. And I tried to work with her, I tried to coach her, I tried to put my heart on my mom. Mom, she was so afraid that she will, be fired, that she couldn't come to the first event of her son, and she loves me so much. And you know what I realized back then? I realized how powerful it is to be free, guys. How powerful it is to be with your friends. How powerful it is to be with your family. How powerful it is to just live the life your Creator gave you to live. This is one of the most amazing things you can achieve in World Ventures. Define your why. And I hope with all my heart, I wish with all my heart that until tomorrow evening, you will know 100% why you are in World Ventures. Step number 3, create the path. Create the path that will guide you to your next rank. And so many people want to hit senior rep or director or IMD, but they have no idea, first of all, what it takes to be IMD. So you need to know the compensation plan. In order to become a senior rep, you need 60 gold sales in your team, 60 gold members. 30 members on the left, 30 members on the right. Director, 90-90. Marketing director, 400 sales, 400 gold members. RMD, 900. NMD, 1,800. International marketing director, 3,000 gold members in your team. If they are platinum, they come from 2. They count for 2. So what you need to do next, in that time frame that you put, you have to divide the number of members that you need for that rank for the weeks you had, just like I said earlier. So for example, let's say I want to hit senior rep in 3 months, okay? I'm dividing 60 people for 12 months. Does that make sense? What's the maths? How many people there are? 60 people divided by 12. 5? So how many people do I need to enroll every week with my team? 5. And if you take an enrollment ratio about 30%, that means you need to make how many presentations every week with your team? This is the business, guys. It's a numbers game. You have to understand the numbers. You have to become friends with the numbers. You have to get in love with the numbers. So if I wanted to hit IMD in 1 year and a half, I knew exactly how many people I need to expose, which leads to step number 4, create a system. As I told you, and I will share more stories tomorrow, I was enrolled in network marketing since I was 24 years old, and I was blessed to have sponsors, people that enrolled me in World Ventures that were huge leaders. So I understood the power of the system, and when I started World Ventures, I understood that in order to create a huge momentum, I have to play with huge numbers. So I will tell you exactly how my schedule looks like. I start doing a blitz, and Jefferson Santos is here in the room. He has an amazing material in the Advantage program. It's when he talks about blitz. But what I started doing presentations with groups. So I was doing presentations at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and in the evening we had a travel party. So at the beginning there were 2 people, then there were 4 people, then there were 6 people. Then after 1 week or 2, we had 50 to 100 people every night. And every night we were doing presentations. Every night we were doing travel parties. In 1-2 weeks, guys, and listen to this. In 1-2 weeks, after we started, we had days where we were enrolling 30, 40 people per day. After 2 weeks. And how did this happen? We had the system so that hundreds of people every week can be exposed to our ventures. Does it make sense? It's like a shop. If you want to have many people that buy your product, you need your product to be in many shops, guys. So this is the power of the exposures. This is the power of travel parties. And I'm a huge fan of 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s, you mean personal presentations, but I love travel parties. And the system we created to, create such a huge momentum around Europe and around the world is through the system of travel parties. Because I knew that in one day, personally, I can enroll, 10, 20 people. But if I bring in 1 hour 200 people, I make 200 exposures in that 1 hour. And that's the phenomenon that we created in Europe. Now, what you need to do is to make your schedule. So I told you my schedule. As I told you, I went all in World Ventures from day one, from the beginning. But I know that most of you guys are doing this part-time, which is awesome. We have so many people. It's a friend of mine in the room. His name is Cosmin Tronaru, marketing director. He's been working in IT, in a bank. And he hit marketing director part-time in 2 years, working at a bank, with 1-2 hours every night. And then after hitting marketing director, he just resigned. He went to his boss and he told him that I cannot stand seeing you every day, and now he's free, But if you do this business part-time, just decide how many hours you are willing to put in World Ventures. But decide, guys. Make it a minimum. And every time when I'm working, of course, I'm working with business people or people that have jobs, and I'm telling you, okay, what is the minimum you are willing to put in this business in order to make it work? And if I have someone that tells me, okay, I want to be a director in 1 month and a half, and he tells me, okay, I can do 2 presentations per day, per week, I'm being very firm and very honest with him. It's impossible. Only if you enroll Matt Morris and Jefferson Santos on left and right in your first team, in your first week or something. But if you really want to achieve success, you have to be willing to put the effort, just like in a gym. Everyone wants to be fit, right? But not everyone is willing to go to the gym to be fit, or to run, or to swim, or to do whatever else, guys. So it's the same thing with World Ventures. Decide what's your schedule, and I will tell you a part-time schedule. Just give at least 2 days per week. 2 days per week where you give 2-3 hours, and if you put those 2 days per week, and you divide it by multiple weeks, multiple months, and multiple years, it can become something that you cannot even imagine in your life and in World Ventures. Why? Because of the power of leverage. And this is only happening in network marketing. This is one of the reasons why I fell in love with this industry when I was 24 years old. I understood the power of the leverage. If I'm the only one working, I'm getting paid from how many people? 1. But if I have a team of tens of thousands of people, I'm getting paid from how many people? Tens of thousands of people, guys. I give them value, I help them build a business, but because the fact I was there, because the fact I helped them build that business, I have a percentage of everything that is happening in that network. And they get happy, they make babies, they create families, they go around the world, and they also make money. Sometimes more money than I do. Is that a fair system or what? This is World Ventures. This is network marketing. This is the power of this amazing industry. And Jake Vorkian did an amazing job earlier and explaining to you very logical why he chose network marketing. Now, step number 5. Find your leaders. This is a leadership business. Everything you want to do, you will achieve with people. You need people. And in order to find people, you have 2 options. Option number 1. Recruit them. So your first job, actually your main job, it doesn't matter if you are IMD or double IMD or $1 million ring earner, guys, it's always the same thing. For Messi, his job is to put goals in the net every game. Our job is to keep recruiting people all the time. Why? To share this amazing concept with people that are outside and are looking for something to change their lives. This is a reason why I always talk about World Ventures with people, because I know the kind of impact that World Ventures can have in people's lives all around the world. And what I realized in this 3 years and a few months, that there is a magical formula that can create huge results fast. Do you want to know the magical formula? Do you really want to know the magical formula? Do you really want to know the magical formula? Enroll 6 people as fast as possible. Go out there and enroll 6 people as fast as possible. If you really want to create a huge explosion, go out there and enroll 10, 20 people as fast as possible. Not all of them will be the leaders that you are looking for. Not all of them will be the aces, of course. But the probability when we are all working with a sense of urgency to find 2, 3 people that are highly motivated is very high. And I will tell you something that, it sounds crazy, but what attracts people in your business is the level of energy you have. And I know it's not rocket science, but it's like the law of gravity, guys. The universe is working in some laws that we are not taught in school. We are not taught in our job. We are not taught in our business. But those laws exist. That energy exists. And even if you don't believe it, it's like the law of gravity. Even if you don't understand the law of gravity, if you jump out of this building, you'll break your neck, right? You don't need to understand the law of gravity to understand its power. And it's the same thing with energy. The more you work on yourself, and this is a personal development seminar, the more you work on your skills, the more you grow as a human being, the kinder you become to human beings around you, the more amazing people you attract in your business. So go out there and try to recruit 6, 10 people as fast as possible. And the second option, when you'll have these people already enrolled, is to find hungry people through them. And this is one of my main skills, is to work through people. And when we started World Ventures together with my business partner, Jeda, she's so respected in Romania. As the girls found out last night, she has the biggest chain of saloons. She's an amazing businesswoman, an amazing mother. And she had a lot of credibility. And I had the skills, I know how to build it. So what we did when we created this partnership, I knew she can come with the people, and I knew I can build through them and recruit them and build an amazing things together as a team. So that's what we did, guys. And what I love to work with new people is the fact, one of the reasons I love to work with new people is the fact that I get charged with energy. And you might think that they need you, but you need them also. And it's like, when you start working with new people, it's like when a young couple gets married. Is here someone married for the last year or something? Yeah? Are you excited? Just when you see new couples, you see them and you ask them, what's your vision? What do you want to do? And they say, we'll travel around the world and we'll have an amazing family and have kids and, have an amazing house and a car. And then you meet a couple that has been married for 30, 40 years and they say, yeah, you'll see. Yeah? So the same thing is happening in network marketing for the people that have been enrolled for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Not all of them get to manage their emotion, get to manage their enthusiasm. But by working through people, but by finding always hungry people, you will always be charged with energy. And this is what I did for the 1 year and a half. I became an amazing scouter. I was going to travel parties all the time. And you know what, guys? You don't even need to find them. They will find you. They will come to you because they will be attracted by your energy. When you'll be on the field all the time, when they will see you active, it doesn't matter what rank you have. Some of the people think that only IMDs are influencing, or because of the rank you are influencing people. That's not true. That's a bullshit. People with high energy are influencing people. People that are doing the right things are influencing people. People that are always on the field are influencing people. People that are good human beings are influencing people. People that become the leaders that the world is expecting for them to be, those are the people that are influencing people. And you can be here for the first time and have this type of energy, but you have to decide from now. Step number 6. Don't build it as a business. Build it as a family. I will repeat it. Don't build it as a business. Build it as a family. And one of the things we did in Romania, guys, is that we really became a good family. You know, we are about 4 big teams that are working in Romania. And honestly, personally, I got to a point I have no idea which one is in my team, which one is not in my team. Because we're a huge family and we created so many activities together, and I have so much appreciation for Jera and some of the leaders because they're always doing activities, and I will give you some examples. Last week, we went to one of the biggest malls in Bucharest, and we were there, I don't know, about 50 to 100 people, and we played pool together, we played bowling together, we played darts together. About, I don't know, a few months ago, we went to one of the biggest spas in Europe, actually. It's in Romania. I took also Matt Morris there, and we went there again, about 200 people. We have parties all the time. We had the most luxurious, let's say, club in Bucharest a few weeks ago, and we were there about 400 or 500 members from the club. Every time we have an event, we always do a party because we're a travel club. We're a lifestyle club, and not all the people will come for the business, and you have to be aware of that. You know, one of the things I realized, and Ed Blunt did an amazing job by talking to you about list and inviting. One of the risks or the perception we have in network marketing is that we expect that everyone should do the business. And that's not true. Not everyone should do the business. But because we love our dear people, we want them all to do all ventures because we realize the power of all ventures. But just think about something. Let's say you're an accountant, right? And you really love, do we have accountants in the room? Yes? So do you love being an accountant? No? Okay. Okay. Do we have any accountant that started by loving being an accountant? Yes? Hopefully? No? No accountants? Come on, someone needs to be accountant. We'll have so many free people we have there. Okay. So just think about something. If you're an accountant and you love what you're doing, and you go to your family, to your friends, and you tell them, okay, you all have to be accountants. Will you be frustrated if they didn't become accountants? No, but in network marketing or in all ventures when we start, we suddenly believe that everyone around us should do all ventures, guys. And that's not true. I have my sister here. I love her with all my heart. But I never in 3 years pushed her ever to do all ventures. In the same time, I didn't focus on her. Because if I focused on her, I would have been here right now. I just focused on the people that are willing to have the same mission as I do. And through all these activities, as I told you, we managed to build such an amazing culture. Guys, in Romania, it's so fun to be in World Ventures. There are so many people that are just saying, I have never been involved in network marketing. Some of them are even directors or marketing directors. I have never imagined that I will ever be enrolled in a network marketing company. But because of the community you have, we just want to be part of your community. And that's an amazing thing. Step number 7. Visualize your results daily. And I'm saying daily in order not to say visualize your results 100 times per day, as I was doing, and I'm sure most of the leaders here were doing. I was watching that binary, I don't know how many times per day, guys. And why do I do that? In order to keep myself accountable. So one of the reasons you won't watch your binary on a daily basis or regularly is because the fact that you know you didn't do anything and you don't want to confront yourself. As I told you earlier, the biggest enemy you'll have in this business is yourself. This is actually the work you have to do with yourself. This is the whole personal development or spiritual development, whatever you want to call it. To be able to keep yourself accountable. I didn't have a partner to keep myself accountable, okay? Although I love my uplines, I have so much an amazing relationship with my uplines, but I was always keeping myself accountable. And I told you I'm not green. Why? Because the motivation was higher than my comfort zone. And I was watching my binary, and all the time, if I knew I didn't do enough work, the second day or the next week, I knew I had to put more. And 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 this way, guys, it became like part of myself. And, you know, we are talking about world ventures and ways to build world ventures. But actually, it's not just about world ventures. Actually, it's about your life. Whatever information you'll get out of this weekend, they are not here just to, you know, help you get some ranks and be successful here. They are here to make you become the best version of yourself. The moment you start applying this principle, you'll become an amazing friend, you'll become an amazing husband or wife or lover, you'll become an amazing leader, and you'll become an amazing human being. So create a routine to keep yourself accountable all the time. Step number 8, visualize your success. And this is the part I started to master it. And later on, tomorrow in my last section, I will tell you some things about what happened to me before World Ventures. But as a point, guys, I know I was born in a village. I was growing up, you know, with animals in nature and stuff like that. And I had so many struggles in my life that I will tell you tomorrow, but I had to do something to survive. And visualizing was one of the greatest weapons that our Creator gave us. I was visualizing myself having success. And you know, I was visualizing even since I was 5 or 10 years old, I was visualizing myself on stages around the world. I was visualizing myself inspiring people. I had no idea about network marketing. I had no idea about public speaking. I was so afraid to speak to 2 people, not to 4,000 people. But I was visualizing these things. And you know, I visualized everything that I got in World Ventures. It happened first here, and then it manifested in reality. First, you need to work here. Because until the moment you won't have the success here, until the moment you won't have that next rank here, until that moment you won't have that beautiful relationship that you want in your life here, until that moment you won't have the leader you want to become here, until that moment you'll have the lifestyle that you want to have here, you will never have them. First, it needs to happen here. But then life appears, and you get a text. You get a text from people around you. You get a text from your, I don't know, politicians or the country or your boss, or sometimes the people that who really love you, they think they're trying to protect you, but they're hurting you. So you need a weapon, and I will give you 2 weapons. The first weapon is to always visualize where you want to go. Just like if this is the finish line, and you start from here, the shortest distance between 2 points is what? Straight line. But most of the people have a straight line? No. You know why we got to IMD in 1.5 years? We had a straight line. I never in 1.5 years detached from my straight line. Most of the people are going like this. And someone says no. And then they go to a training, and they then go back on track. And then someone quits, and then they go off track. And then they go to another training where they meet a leader, and they go again on track. And then something is happening with the payments, and they get off track. Or something is happening with the booking engine, and again they get off track. Become that kind of a person that always follows a straight line. And that's the leader this company needs. And that's the leader you can become. You don't need the magic baguette. You don't need Harry Potter with his baguette. Leaders are not born. Leaders are built. All these people you see here in the front rows, they have built their own story. They have built their legend. They had more obstacles than anyone else in this room. But when you start visualizing your goal, when you start working for your goal every day, visualizing every day, and doing the right things every day, the right action every day, you keep on track, guys. Which leads to step number 9, and the second tool I will give you. Train like an animal. Train like an animal. You know, for me, personal development is right there with air. It's air and personal development. Why? Because life wasn't given to us to survive, guys. Life was given to us to live. And as I told you, I'm coming from an ex-communist country. Medium income, a few €100 per month. I was born in kind of a village. It's a city, but it's more like a village. I had no kind of expectations like this out of life. But when I was 19 years old, a friend of mine put in my hand my first personal development book. It was a book of Sir Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Airlines, which I saw a few months ago. He's such an amazing guy, and he was talking about how he managed to build the Virgin brand as a family, and all these kind of things that are in World Ventures also. And I know that World Ventures will become one of the greatest companies that this planet ever had, not in the network marketing industry, in the whole world. And, you know, when I read that first book, my mind started to expand. I started to see reality at a whole different level. I started to understand something that created, it was a spiritual energy inside me, guys, you know. I felt something so powerful that it doesn't matter where you are coming from. The only thing that matters is where you want to go. And I started reading a lot of books, going to personal development seminars, just starting to work with myself. And I saw transformations, first of all, in myself. And then I saw transformations in people around me. I saw that because I was different. I was speaking different. Some of them thought that I was crazy, right? But some of them started to get influenced. And you know, it's so amazing, you know, when you work with yourself, yeah, you can be successful. You can have an amazing life. You can travel around the world. You can make a lot of money. But that's not just it. When you start working with yourself, you have the power to influence masses all around the world. And that is one of the biggest gifts that you'll ever get. And one of the things that I love World Ventures with all my heart is because of the training system we have. I've been in hundreds of seminars in World Ventures, outside World Ventures. I'm a John Maxwell certified trainer. I went to Tony Robbins, which is awesome, Robin Sharma. There are so many amazing people there, all Robin Kiyosaki, Bob Proctor, I saw them all, and they're amazing in what they're doing, but none of them are able to teach you how to become IMDs. Because they've never done it. None of them. But this group of leaders, all of them can teach you to become IMDs because they did it, guys. And the biggest strength we have in our personal development system is that, first of all, we have Mark, guys. I love Jim Rohn. And for me, what Jim Rohn did with Herbalife is awesome. But I know 100% that what Mark Aseta will be doing in World Ventures will be something that we cannot even imagine in this moment. And give it up for Mark. He deserves it. But, you know, the other strength we have in World Ventures is our group of leaders. We have by far the most amazing leaders in the whole network marketing industry because there are people who went out there and did it. And I'm not saying there are not other good people in other companies. I respect and love all the companies. But I have never listened to this. I have never seen so many leaders in a single company in the same time. That's why we are strong. That's why we are powerful. That's why we'll go out there and create the biggest network marketing company that this planet ever saw. But you know, we have these events, and we have them 3 times per year plus journey that you'll find out later. But you need something to train your mind every day. And that's why I love Advantage. You have a program that is $20 per month, and you have access to the best trainings we had in World Ventures. There are hundreds of them out there. So when I started World Ventures, you know, Stavros was living like 2,000 kilometers away from me in Cyprus, you know. So I didn't have someone to really work with me every day or to coach me every day. Of course, I called him when I needed something, but I'm not the kind of guy to call and ask for things. I just want to find out myself. I'm the kind of guy that wants to find his own resources. And the biggest tool I had was the Advantage program, guys. I started listening 1 audio every morning, 1 audio every night. 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 1 audio every morning, 1 audio every night, and doing 10, 15 hours of work every day. After a month, I was a machine. I was dreaming about World Ventures. I was breathing World Ventures. I had World Ventures, I love these guys, Martin, Jefferson, all of you. And my leaders, my uplines, the ones that are in Europe, I knew their stories before I met them from the Advantage program. I knew about their lives, I knew about their family, I knew about the struggles, I knew about everything. So when I meet them, sometimes I'm crying because I remember a story of theirs. I remember about Martin's stories or Matt's stories about reprogramming your mind and all these amazing events, all these amazing materials that have built my mind. And the last step, guys, is to celebrate. And what I want to do with you guys is to teach you how to celebrate. Because we live in a world where we forgot to celebrate, and it's so important. And why I want to do that? First reason, we have so many leaders, and Mark and the other 2 colleagues of mine that came all the way from US. So I want to show them what is the European hospitality. Are you with me? So I want you guys to stand up. I want you to imagine what is that thing that will make you the happiest person of planet Earth in this moment. What is that one thing? It can be about World Ventures or something else. But if it happened, you'll be happy beyond imagination. And when I say 1, 2, 3, I want to use all your body, all your cells, or everything you have, and to show me how you would celebrate. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I want this crowd to go crazy. So 1, Mariko, 2, 3!